Hi there, welcome to Storytime with Miss Andrea, reading on behalf of the Clearview Library District. As always, before we read stories, we have to get our wiggles out. Can you stand up for me, please? I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my ears. And I wiggle my nose. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my chin. I stretch my arms wide, and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows. I wiggle my knees. I hop like a bunny. And I smile and say, cheese. Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I'll sit on the floor as still as can be. All right. Some of us started school last week, or maybe starting school this week. So we're going to read a book about school today. It's called David Goes to School by David Shannon. David's teacher always said, "No, David, no yelling, no pushing, no running in the halls." David, you're tardy. What does tardy mean? It means late. We don't want to be late for school, right? Sit down, David. What's David doing? Yeah, it looks like he's standing up, maybe dancing, maybe yelling. Don't chew gum in class. You. David, raise your hand. Why do we raise our hand in school? Yeah, if you have something to say or you want to answer a question, you raise your hand. Because if people just talk all over the place, then no one can hear what the other person is saying. So you want to raise your hand to make sure that it's your turn to talk. Keep your hands to yourself. Uh-oh. What is David doing? It's like they're painting. He's got paint all over his hands. And what's he about to touch? Yeah, the girl's hair. She probably won't like that, right? Keep your hands to yourself. Pay attention. What's David doing? He's looking at the clouds. He sees shapes in the clouds. What shapes do you see? Yeah, a car and a dinosaur. But he should be listening to the teacher. Wait your turn, David. What's David doing? Yeah, there's a line to get lunch. And he's just trying to go and cut in line. But that's not going to make these people very happy. They've been waiting, right? So David has to wait his turn, too. Uh-oh. I don't care who started it. What did they do? They had a food fight. Uh-oh. David, recess is over. Where does it look like they're at? They're in school, we know that, but what room in the school? Yeah, it looks like they're in the library. And sometimes people are studying in the library, and they need it to be quiet. Excuse me, cat. Sorry, girl. Okay. Again. So what does it look like David has to do? It looks like David has to go to the bathroom, right? But what is David doing right? Yeah, he's raising his hand. That's it, mister. You're staying after school. Uh-oh. What did David do? He drew all over his desk. That's not good. What should we draw on? Yeah, paper, right? So that's it, mister. You're staying after school. David, have you finished? What is David doing here? Yeah, he cleaned all the desks. Good job, David. What is the teacher giving to David? Yeah, a gold star. Yes, David, you can go home now. The end. So David's not a bad kid. David just needs to learn how to behave in school, right? Yeah, just so that he can be there and help other people be able to learn. We're going to do a rhyme about something that we learn in school. Can you stand up for me, please? We're going to do a rhyme about our ABCs. A is for alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. B is for ball, bounce, bounce, bounce. C is for circle, round and round. And D is for dizzy, all sit down. Fantastic. Can you get your clapping hands out and help me say goodbye? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. For those who might want it. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Thank you so much for coming to Storytime today. I miss you all, and I hope to see you soon.